Hello everyone, if you saw the title and thumbnail, you should know what this is about. So yeah, I have the Frozen Charlotte dolls. I'm the kind of person that's gonna like speak for... Oh bitch, I forgot to put my earring on. I'm the kind of person that's gonna like speak for like a long time before I actually get to the point of the video, cause I'm just a yapper. I just love to talk. I don't know. So let me talk. so you know, I only have like 3 Living Dead doll uploads prior to this one. Is it even? Prior to this one, I have Desmodus, Res Variant Ezekiel, and also Anniversary Damien. Woo! Okay, so yeah, Living Dead dolls weren't always something that appealed to me. In fact, they're very scary, and if you know me, you know that I'm a fucking pussy. I'm a pussy, bitch. I'm a pussy. I don't know why. I just really am a pussy. I've always been a pussy. I've always been such a fucking scaredy cat. And so with Living Dead dolls, I really always have to tiptoe around the fact that they're scary dolls, right? And so there's like very few that I can actually and would actually want to own. There's like some that are borderline, you know, scary, but not really. Like Frozen Charlotte, like she's kind of just a little girl that just had a very unfortunate circumstance, but she's a pretty doll, you know? She's not that scary. And recently I had my little epitome with her. I've always knew she was gorgeous, and I've always wanted her, like in the back of my mind. She was never my number one until very recently, and that's because an incident happened. I won't get too into the details, but I've always been one to be someone of, like, maybe I'm not unique in this, I'm not trying to claim that I am, but I've always been very in touch with like being in nature, and especially in the snow. Like, I've always loved the snow. I'm not necessarily a winter person, but I love the fucking snow, bitch. And winter dolls have always appealed to me, like Winter Disco and Ivory Ice Crystals, Mittens Fluff and Stuff, Abby Abominable, Winter Waves, Mermaids, not Winter Break, Rainbow High. Those dolls are not it. But I've always loved like cozily dressed dolls. I think that's the prettiest way you could dress a doll. And so I've always been in touch with like being in the forest. Like, I love going hiking. I just love being in, it's like such a vision of serenity. It's like, I can't believe that something like that isn't a dream and I can actually live it, you know? Like, it's every time I go to like a forest or something, because that's where you go when you want to see snow, right? Not that snow doesn't exist in like, you know, urbanized areas, but like, you know, when you want to go see like that plush, soft, freshly fallen snow, you go into like the foresty, montane areas, right? And so yeah, I've been having like dreams about snow because this bad thing happened to me. Again, I'm not gonna get into it, but basically it's something I've always wanted to have in my life, and I have to see someone else get that thing. It's not necessarily a thing, it's more of like a day. I'm not gonna get too into it because I don't want to start crying, because I'm gonna start crying if I get into it. I promise you it's not that bad. Nobody died or anything. I'm just kind of like, you know, upset about it, I guess. And so like I was having my little tantrum about it. I was telling my homie Matt. I mentioned him all the time because he's like very influential in my life. That's my homie. If I'm Alana, he's my Serena, if you know that. Yeah, he's just always very prominent in my life no matter what. So I'm telling him my little dilemma, right? I'm like, I don't even know if I'm supposed to, like, what do I do about this? Like, I honestly might just skip out on the whole thing. Like, do I show up? Because people are gonna be mad at me if I don't show up. And he said, I think you need to show up and just like, you know, cope, you know? And like, you can, I was already speaking of having a Frozen Charlotte in the future, and he was like, you need to have your little Frozen Charlotte with you, right? And, you know, just like go through the day. And I was like, I make the connection in my head. You see, there's something very specific about Living Dead dolls that other doll lines don't have, I feel. And that's because, you know, not that you can't feel a bond with a doll like from other doll lines, but I feel like with Living Deads, all of the characters have like been through shit, right? Or maybe they're the ones that done shit, but a lot of them have been through shit. And so with Frozen Charlotte, I just like got a really like big connection to her, because I realized that nobody else in the entire world probably understood exactly how I felt except for her, because she was wronged in the snow, you know? she was wronged, and she's very sweet and innocent. All she wanted was to ice skate in the forest or whatever, bitch. She didn't ask for much. She wasn't a person who was gonna ask for the world and expect it to be handed to her. She just wanted to ice skate. That's all she wanted. And she didn't even get that. She met her demise because she followed her dreams, right? And so I felt a very strong connection to that, to her, because of that. Because I knew that, you know, this thing that I was going through was gonna be very tumultuous on my spirit, and you know, I didn't want to be a bitch and not show up to, you know, be a happy person for the person that gets to live what I've always wanted to live. But it's also like, you know, it's hard. But with Frozen Charlotte there, knowing that she'll be by my side, it's like, you know, she gets it. She gets how I feel. Because we were both wronged in the snow. And so that's why I have that little connection with her. Because I don't know. I know it's stupid. Also, sorry if the lighting's weird. I decided to make use of the daylight while I have it. So if I look like extra shadowy and like dead, forgive me. But yeah, so after that I kind of had my little, I went on a rampage and I kind of bought all 3 Charlottes. Yeah, I don't know. I just really needed her. I really did. I know she's a lot of people's favorite, so I'm not trying to claim like uniqueness. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I like her more than anybody else. No, of course not. But you know, I have a very specific reason to why I needed to like her, because I feel like she became very, very prominent in my existence. And I've definitely like sobbed. I've been sobbing like the whole week because I've been like, Frozen Charlotte. Like, don't you think she's just so sweet and sad? And I don't think she deserved anything that happened to her. Like, she just dreamed so, not even big. She wasn't a big dreamer. She just had one thing she wanted to do. One thing. Ice skating. Is that so much to ask for? Really, is that so much to ask for? Why was the universe so cruel to her? Why her? I think there's so many other people in the universe that deserved like a downfall. Why her? Why Charlotte? All she wanted was to ice skate. Leave her alone. I just want to like, that's why I needed her, because I just wanted to give her everything that she's ever wanted, because of all the people in the universe, she deserves it. Sorry, I'm gonna start sobbing if I continue. But yeah, I just think a lot's been taken from her, and that she deserves to have everything that she ever wanted more than anybody else, because what did she do wrong? She didn't do anything wrong. Maybe she didn't listen to her mom. Yeah, maybe she shouldn't have gone out ice skating. I don't know. I know the original story is something based like on vanity, like, oh, she didn't want to cover up her pretty dress, right? But this Frozen Charlotte clearly is dressed for warmth, you know. She's not, you know, freezing because she's not bundled up. This doll is bundled up. You know, she died because she fell into the ice, and it's like, why her? Poor thing. I'm taking her ice skating. I promise. I'm gonna bring a little snack pack of like fruit snacks and animal crackers. I'll be like, Charlotte, you want some animal crackers and fruit snacks? I'll give you a baby. You deserve it. She deserves it more than anybody else in the entire world. She deserves to ice skate. I'm gonna take her to the snow. I'm gonna take her ice skating. I'm gonna let her live her dreams in her afterlife, because she deserves it more than anybody else. And I know you agree. I know if you're watching this video, you are a Frozen Charlotte lover, and you fucking agree. You're like, yeah, this bitch was wronged, and this bitch deserves to live happily ever after for the rest of her life, because nothing and no one can take that from her. She deserves it more than anybody else. She's lived a harder life than most people. I'm being so dramatic. I'm so sorry. I'm so dramatic. Anyway, so here's Miss Frozen Charlotte. Baby, I bought mine on Mercari. She was about $200. Yeah, it's kind of a lot of money to spend on a doll. This is my most expensive Living Dead doll so far. I have both of the res variants, and even they weren't, not the res variants, the res and the res variant, and they were not as expensive. So far, I've spent $80 on Desmodus, $80 on Damien, $125 on Ezekiel, and this one is $207. And then the other two, oh, I have them. I'll show you. This one was, the pouty one was $150. 120. And the blue one was $150. So I'm surprised that the OG cost me more than the res and the res variant, but you know, I'm not complaining, because I really thought this one would have been an arm and a leg. I saw her for like $500. Oh my god, but the pout one especially, the pout one, like, look at her. She's just so sad. I think she just deserves happiness more than anybody else deserves happiness. I would fork over all of my happiness to her if I could. Oh, baby. I'm sorry, I'm so dramatic. I'm just so dramatic. Oh, I'm just so dramatic. You can stop watching the video. If you want to, you can go ahead and whine for it. I'm looking at the thing. It's 10 minutes in and I haven't opened a damn doll. But we're getting to it, I promise. Oh. Okay, I'm done. I'm done sobbing, I think. Maybe I'll sob when they come out. Okay. Here's Frozen Charlotte, the girl of the hour. If you want to know my favorite, I don't know if maybe it'll change when I open it, but I think it's hard to pick between these two. I feel like these two are very gorgeous. I think this one's most people's favorite because she has like bangs and a high pony and a gorgeous gown and like a beautiful girl face. But this one has a little pout and like a little hat with like pom-poms. She's just so, this one's so baby. And then you have the variant and she has like black lipstick and blue hair with a bob. She kind of gives like Hot Topic manager a little bit. It's not an ugly doll. I love this doll still, but it feels very straight afar from what Frozen Charlotte is, you know? Very far. I mean, it's like, it could be her sister, I think. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to hear that that's her sister, but I was like, really? Frozen Charlotte? Frozen Charlotte? That's the same bitch? You know, they kind of have very different styles, but you know, when Resurrection does their resurrections, that's what they like to do. But yeah, so these two have the plastic wrap intact, as you can see. Like, if you look at the light bouncing off the sides, you can see the plastic wrap. And this one doesn't, actually. So yeah, but I'm gonna open this one last because she's the last one to come out. There's also, I see the death certificate there, so it makes me think, the listing said new, but no plastic wrap. So I'm thinking, she was opened before, but it's okay because she looks in stellar condition. She's not missing anything. I guess we'll find out if something bad happened to her. But yeah, I'm gonna start off opening with the first one. Here's the first one. Should I turn on the lights? I don't know if the backlighting is like ruining the experience, but I'll turn them on when like the dolls are out, I think. Oh, do I open her? Don't ask why I just fucking sniffed her box. I guess I do open her, but wow, girl. I'm kind of scared. Like, I just hope that the world isn't cruel to me and that I get everything I deserve. I'm gonna cut real quick. I'm gonna be right back. Now I'm gonna open her. So yeah, basic Living Dead Dolls box, black all around, pink tissue paper. Here's the chipboard. It's hard to see because of glare, but I'll show it to you when it's out. It smells very plasticky. Throwing trash on my bed. How do my blood relatives know I love these songs? I don't know anyone. Oh baby girl. Oh baby girl. Oh my god. Okay, so I was thinking she was yellow because I held her up next to like the res ones and I was like, she looks yellow compared to the res ones. But it's just the front cover. The front cover is like a tinge yellow. I don't know if it picks up on camera, but it's like a tinge yellow. I can see it in person. Especially when I like hold it sideways and I see a layer up on itself, like it's yellow. It's yellow. She's white. She's fine. She's white. I was like a little bit sad because I thought she was like gonna be a little bit yellow for the rest of my life, but she's white. She's good. Oh god. Okay, Frozen Charlotte. Fair Charlotte was a frozen corpse. Oh. And the words she no more spoke. Her flesh had become like fine china and just as easily broke. Charlotte. Charlotte. She just didn't deserve it. Look at her. Look at that little face. Oh my god, when we get to the pouty one, this is the cunt one. It's easy to not feel sorry for her because she's so cunt. But the pout, how can you not feel sorry for this one? Oh my god, you guys, this is not fun. It is fun, but like, oh my god, she's just so healing. I don't think I fully completed that point I was making, but like living death dolls have all been through shit, you know? It's easier to relate to a doll who's been through shit. Like I can hold her grief alongside mine because we've suffered, you know, not the same fate. I didn't die. I can't say mine's measures up to her. No one died, but you know, it still hurts. And if anybody understands, it's her. And so I'm gonna take her with me, I promise, when I go. And she's gonna be so healing. I'm hugging her fucking coffin. She's not even out yet. I don't know which one I'm gonna take. I think I'm gonna take all three, bitch. I don't know what's in here. I'm kind of scared. I don't know. This is definitely the oldest thing I've bought in a while. I mean, I've bought Lalaloopsies, which were like, what, 2010? But I've heard like horror stories from like Courtly Jester and My Froggy stuff that there's been like spiders in doll boxes that are really old, but they also found them at like Tuesday morning, so that's different. This one was like kept in someone's home, you know? It looks like there's some yellow stuff on the sides. I asked Matt about it and he said it was decayed rubber bands, and I think he's right. Yep. I don't know how the rubber bands got to be on like the front sides of her box, but I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe that off so it's not there anymore. Oh, sweetie bear. Oh, and this is the kind of packaging where she's like in tissue paper, but there's also like zip ties and shit. I don't think I'm gonna open this just because I already know what it says. And so I don't want to. And I think by now everybody already knows what it says too, but I don't feel the need to unroll it and ruin how pretty it looks already. Not that I can't re-roll it, but you know, it's gonna like crinkle the paper a bit. I would just rather leave it alone in my opinion. Okay, I'm undoing the zip ties now. Oh girl, I'm gonna boil her bangs, of course, because she's a queen of sticking up, but low-key, hers aren't sticking up as badly as I've seen some others. I've seen some that are like, but hers are kind of already down. But she's still gonna get a boil. Oh yeah, look, the rubber band rot is crazy. She has like pieces of rubber band all in her hair. Oh girl, oh. Was her earmuffs on by a rubber band? Cause look at that. Yeah, I think they were, but I guess it got too old. I'm gonna have to snip that off. Yeah, it looks like the earmuffs were meant to be connected by like a rubber band and they would like go under her chin, I guess. I always was like, I wonder how these stay on. Is this a wire in here? Oh, it is. It is. Wait, there's a wire in this one. I heard so many people saying that this one had the wire, but this one was just like flimsy. But this one has a wire. It's a wire. It's a wire. She's fine. But there is a rubber band, I guess, to keep it like down on her. But I think I could just like pin it in place. Here she is. She is a little bit not perfect. Oh yeah, her pony is not like that rubber band did not last. But girl, dude, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna give you everything you ever wanted. Her like girl face. I think it's so funny because this one is supposed to have like a really tragic story, but she really just does have like a girl face. Like it's not like sad or anything. She's just kind of like, yeah. So bless her heart. Oh, let me like go clean her up a little bit because I don't know if you can see, but she has like the pieces of the rubber band that like is decayed like in her hair. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I'm gonna clean her up real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. I gave her little TLC. I did go ahead and undress her. And I put a pot of water to boil so that way I can boil her bangs down. I also attempted to retie her pony many times. It still looks a little funny to me. I think it just needs a boil. But yeah, I decided to leave her undressed just for a little longer so I could show you where all the cracks are on her body. As we can see, the most famous one is, of course, the one right on her forehead, poor thing. The one on the back of her neck. And I thought she'd have more cracks elsewhere, but it's actually only one along the back of this leg. But despite the rest of her body being like completely covered, she actually has like blue shading all over, like on her sides and like her arms. Like it's everywhere all over her, so she does look frozen. And she has little blue underwears on. None of my other Living Deads have had underwear so far, so I think it's cute that she has little underwear on. And she has a little belly button. But yeah, oh, little baby girl. She looks so funny with her hair not being done perfectly, but I'm gonna give her a boil and she's gonna look good. But yeah, I'm gonna set her aside. I'll go over her outfit real quick. Very gorgeous, gorgeous blue coat. It velcros from the front. This side doesn't have velcro, but this side has like the hooks part of the velcro, and it's just meant to, you know, stick on to the side that doesn't, and it does. You know, closes really nice. It has oops, there we go. It has 8 buttons going down the very center of it, and it's a long sleeve with these fur cuffs, and along the top it kind of has like this little capelet collar type bit in the same light blue material with fur around the neck and also fur around like the capelet, the collar, the lapel. I'm not sure what this is meant to be, but it's a very, very cute outfit. It's a very cute outfit for anyone to wear. Anyone can wear this and look cute. It's very cute. She has, of course, 2 little blue mittens and her ice skates, which are white boots. They're very squishy. They are lined with fur around the top, and they have 2 little pom-poms on either side. I guess they're meant to be like the laces, perhaps. The soles are black and the skates are silver within. Yeah. A doll. Such a doll. This is one of the most dolls Living Dead dolls has to offer. And yeah, here's the earmuffs. As you can see, the rubber band has decayed. I'm gonna go ahead and carefully snip that off when I put them back on her. But yeah, it's time to open the second one. So I'm not gonna make you wait for too long. Oh, this one's already peeling. So we're good to go. Oh, the plastic wrap on this one is more like cling film, whereas that one is like, I don't know, more like wrapping paper. I can't really describe it. Anyways, here is the front of her cover. It looks about the same in terms of like this part, except it has this Living Dead doll sticker, 20 Years of Terror. Living Dead Dolls, Resurrection, Series 12, Frozen Charlotte. I think it's cute that she was originally in Series 12 and that she was in Resurrection Series 12. And alongside her in Series 12 was Ezekiel. And so now I have 2 Series 12 Resurrections. This is Ezekiel's actually a Series 3 Resurrection, but I mean like his original doll was in the same series as Charlotte. So yeah, they're kind of homies and they got resurrected together. Not together, but like they both got resurrected and I have both. Sorry, I talk so much. We take off the cover. You can see that little chipboard is so cute. Oh baby, oh baby. Let her out, let her out. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, the baby. This is the baby of them all. She's the little baby. Look at her. I'm gonna hold her hand when she's ice skating. She kind of has the exact same boots as the original, except they do not have black soles. I think the black soles added a little touch of something, so I don't know. But yeah. Oh, and her little, she's just so precious. So I'm gonna go ahead and undo this hat so we can get a good look at it. But trust and believe I'm gonna put it back on. Yeah, it's just your little basic white knit hat with the big pom-pom on the top and 2 little strings with pom-poms on them. Oh, darling little girl. Ooh, her hair is very white. Like, I don't know if you can see on camera, but like, it's almost like blue. It's so white. Oh yeah, I don't know what that is. It's like reflecting like hues of blue, like a true blue. Like, I don't know, like this color is very green compared to like the first like blue Charlotte. Let me flip the camera actually. I don't know if it'll pick up. Do you see that? Oh my god, it's not even apparent on camera. You can see it a little bit, but like in real life, like there's like hues of blue reflecting off her hair. You can see it a little bit right there. Do you see that? It's so much more vibrant in real life. Like, I'm like genuinely like, what? Why is she so blue? It's so blue. It's so blue. I'm not even joking you. It sounds like I'm lying because like there's nothing actually like showing up on camera. But yeah, she just has a little bob this time around. She has different crackage on her face than the original, as you can see. The original just has like this big giant one right there, and also the one on the back of her neck. But this one has like some here, some there, some on the chin, some going down the cheek. Does she also have that one at the back of the neck? She doesn't. Her cracks changed place when she got resurrected. Oh, but she has beautiful blue eyes, a little blue brow, the little pout face. Her coat is pretty similar, as you can see, but the collar is not fur trim. There's no fur on the cuffs either. There is buttons going down, but it's not like these buttons. It's like snap looking buttons, and there's a bow on the front. It also velcros in the same way, and this one lacks the body shading that the other one had. Yeah, I don't know if this one has any cracks on her body. Wait, yeah, okay, so there's no cracks on this body. That's kind of crazy, but I guess like her outfit is a lot more covering than the previous Charlotte, but there's no shading or anything, so I'm kind of surprised. But yeah, there's this one. Let me get her dressed back up. I'm so sorry. Okay, I forgot to mention, but unlike the original dress, the other one actually has both sides of the Velcro. It doesn't rely on the softness of the dress to stick to with the hook side. So yeah, it's kind of a similar dress, but as you can see, they're different. But they both, it looks like she would have both dresses, you know. And she has this little leggings that are striped, very, very cute. Once again, the skates are more or less the same skate, except one doesn't have the black sole. And yeah, so there's Rez. Last but not least, Blue Charlotte. We've done Cunt, we've done Pout, this is Blue. This box is especially heavy for whatever reason. It smells extra plasticky. So this one, the death certificate is already out. I guess I'll unroll this one for y'all. I'm sure that all three say the same thing, but I know I can tie it back, so I should stop being a pussy and just unroll one, you know? Certificate of death, Frozen Charlotte. Disobeying her mother's wishes, Frozen Charlotte skated literally on thin ice. Falling through the crack beneath her feet, she paid the ultimate price. So next time you don't listen to your parents, think of the dreadful sight of poor little Frozen Charlotte rotting in the lonely cold winter's night. 12/31/1840. She didn't deserve it. I'm still on that. I promise you. I'll never be over how wrong she was as an individual. How absolutely mortified I am that something like this was allowed to happen. It's not... Yeah? Thanks. Okay. I gave my little TLC to the previous two, and I have Blue with me. So there wasn't anything necessarily wrong with Pout. I'm sorry, she's bodiless right now. It's just her inset eyes were kind of looking in two different directions, so I just popped the head off and like moved them around with like, I used like a straw and just like poked around inside so that way they would move to look forward enough together. But she was looking a little wonky before. And interestingly enough, the heads aren't hard to take off. It's actually just like literally a ball at the base of the neck. So if you're scared to take off a living dead doll head, don't be. I was thinking that there was going to be like an armature inside or something that was going to be like hard to get to pop out of the neck, but nothing, just a ball. This one I finished working on already. I did her little bangs. Her ponytail is still wet, but she doesn't have like a hat on it or anything. And the rest of her hair is pretty dry. So I'm just letting this air dry. But yeah, this one, gorgeous girl. A beautiful girl, a vision. Does anybody know her? I know her, I think. Cut and powder drying, but here's Blue. Back to Blue. The same ear months as Cunt, but just in white. Of course, they have like the wires, so you can put them in any shape you want. And yeah, So as you can see, she has a very similar bob to the Pout one, but she has like a little bit of bangage here. There's some bangage there. And the cracks on her face are a lot more intense, and her eyelashes are more similar to her cunt variant, but in black. She has a little scarf. Oh wow. I remember her having darker lips in her stock photo, but she actually just has like a light blue. You know, cunt actually has darker lips than her. And yes, she has this little scarf on. I kind of don't want to take it off out of fear that I might not be able to get it around her neck. Is it? Oh, I dropped her. Oh no, it's not that hard to put back. Okay, I'll take it off for you guys. Yeah, little white knit scarf. It's like of the same caliber of this, but like, you know, a scarf. And oh, yeah, this one really doesn't look like Charlotte to me. It looks like her sister or something. Like she has like dark liner and a blue bob. Like it kind of does not look like her in the slightest. But I see what they were doing. They just wanted to give us like a different one, and people often like the scarier Living Dead dolls, I guess, and so I guess they were trying to creepify her. Because the previous two are very cutesy, you know, so this is kind of like the scarier one, I guess. She has this cute little snowsuit on. It reminds me of Burr. Icy Girl. I was gonna say Burr BB, that's the little sister. Icy Girl from OMG. There's a real zipper in the front, and there's nothing in particular that she's wearing underneath. All the cracks, once again, like the Pout variant, are on her face. She has the most cracks on her face compared to any of the other dolls. Yeah. None on the back of her head, once again. And I don't think she has any on the rest of her body. She's the only Charlotte not to be wearing ice skates. I don't know why, because that's literally how she's dead. But as you can see, there's like, it's the same boot mold, and the skate slot is there, so, you know, she could have been an ice skating doll. But yeah, the boots, once again, are the same thing as Rez, just without the skate. So it is 3 different shoes. 2 skates, 1 black sole, 1 white sole, and then the white sole one, but without the skates. She has blue mittens, and I'm gonna also take them off. I took off Pout's mittens, and they are kind of hard to get back on because of the thumb, but you can do it. It's possible. So don't be afraid to hit that block button. I'm taking off her outfit once again, just so I can see if she has any other cracks anywhere, because I feel like that's the whole thing about Frozen Charlotte, is that she, like, you know, turned into ice and started cracking like a little porcelain doll. Yep, it doesn't look like there is any. Nope. Once again, a clean white body. But yeah, here's the snowsuit. It's very plush. It feels like a snowsuit, but for a doll. It's very darling. So let me go ahead and put her mittens back on. So yeah, that's the 3 Frozen Charlottes. I feel like 1 and 2 go hand in hand. You know, you have the original, and then you have like the really cutie, sweetie, pouty baby one, and then there's the variant. Honestly, I don't think I would have picked up the variant if I hadn't found her for so cheap. I was able to find her for $150, and where I've seen like listings that are like $300, $400 for this doll, and so $150. Yeah, I had to cop just because it was Frozen Charlotte, you know. If it was another, I'm not saying I just buy stuff just because it's expensive normally and I found it for a good price, but because it was Charlotte, you know, that's different. But if it was like Res variant, what's one I don't like? Res variant Posey for like $100, I wouldn't have bought it, you know, because I mean, that doll goes for a lot. $100 is a good deal for that doll, but I'm not gonna buy it because I don't really like that doll. And that's okay if you like it. I'm not trying to slam your fave if you love that doll, but I particularly don't like any Posies, really. She's a little too simple and too nothing for me. It's not enough concept, and it's not anything I'm very interested in. But Charlotte's a very specific thematic, and she pulls it off well, and she just looks so cute, especially Pout. And Blue is kind of just a novelty. She's kind of like fiercer. She's kind of like, this is like her after she got froze and she like owned the snow. She's like, you know what, bitch, the world has wronged me and I'm about to wrong it right back. This is what this one gives. But the other two, very innocent, very sweet, very has done nothing wrong ever in life. But this one is very vengeful, if that makes sense. This one's a little bit hard to get dressed because she has kind of a complicated outfit. As you can see though, the mittens went back on just fine. It is a little bit of a struggle because, you know, the thumbs stick out so much and it's hard to get them in the hole, but you can if you want. It's not impossible, it's just hard. So don't be afraid to take them off if you need to. And I put the mittens on so that way the ends of the mittens would be in the snowsuit when I put the snowsuit back on. So I wouldn't have to like tuck the mittens into the sleeves, if you understand what I'm saying. Oh my god. I got this mitten through already, but I can't seem to get this one to poke through the sleeve. Alright, finally I have all three put together and TLC'd and everything. Surprisingly, getting this one dressed back was actually kind of difficult. I was able to, the mittens are easy to put back on, and then I was able to get like this hand through the sleeve with the mitten on, so that way the mitten would be tucked under nicely. But this one was a pain in my ass, and so I'm never taking this off again. This one's cute. She's just cute, you know? It's not the best Charlotte. It's, in my opinion, my least favorite Charlotte. But, you know, it's the variant, and she was 150, and I think that's a decent price for a Resurrection variant, especially a Charlotte Resurrection variant. Because I see her go for like 500. I don't know why, but, you know. And then we have regular Res. I did go ahead and tuck her bob back under her little beanie bonnet thing. She's just so darling. I think I still need to do some fixing in her eyes because I'm looking at her through the camera and she does still look a little wonky. But luckily now I know that the heads are easy to take off, and I have my hair dryer right there, so I just like and fix her eyes a bit. They're just a little bit off, just a little bit. I don't know if you can even tell, but they're just a little bit. I feel like this one's looking like perfectly forward and that one is just looking just a little bit up, just a little bit, you know, but I can fix that. And yeah, so she's wearing her sweetest little winter day outfit. I don't know what how she, you know, the original Frozen Charlotte story goes that that a little girl was too vain to cover up her gorgeous dress with a winter coat, and so she froze. But Charlotte's dress is the winter coat, and so, you know, she wouldn't have frozen if she hadn't fallen into the ice. Don't you just think it's so unfortunate what the world does to some people? Like, the world could have chose anyone to punish in the world, but Charlotte, that face. There's a specific picture of her where she's literally just like calling out for help. It's like the same one. It's this one. I'll put the full picture on the screen, but this one on the box. Oh, she's just a sweetie pie. Sorry, I'm so dramatic, but oh, if she doesn't deserve everything and more. Oh, if she doesn't deserve everything and more. This okay. And last but not least, everyone's favorite cunt, Charlotte. Oh, this one's beautiful. This one is the pretty one. Like, this is the pretty girl. Like, these two are like the cute one and like the scary one, but this is like the pretty one. Like, she's pretty in the face. She has a long pony. Like, no one's coming to play with her. Oh, girl. She's really something special. And yeah, the earmuffs stay on pretty decently because once again the headband is a wire. Yeah, oh, she's darling. So yeah, here's my 3 Frozen Charlottes that I just got today. Let me know which one's your favorite. I didn't think I would own any, let alone all 3, but I kind of went on a rampage and I paid about like a little bit under 500 for all 3, which I don't think is bad. Like, this one, I've seen like listings of her for 500 by herself. And this one, I've seen listings for like 300 by herself. So assuming I paid 300 for this one, it was like 100 each for these 2, you know? And it wasn't even 500 on the dot. It was like 478 and some cents. 478 and some cents. Did I just blink with one eye? I'm gonna kill myself. Anyways. Oh, the Holy Trinity. Look at them. God bless you. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit shall... That's what I'm looking at right now. This is my Holy Trinity. This is all I need to breathe. So yeah, these are very healing to me. Because I just know that she gets it like no one else. Do you like how I can't talk? Do you see the Build-A-Bears back there? Oh, I think their video's coming after this one. I don't know. We'll see when I edit it. I don't know how long this one's gonna be, but it's looking very long already. But they're so endearing and little and small, and they deserve the world. Don't you think? Don't you think they deserve the world? Also, I took off my jacket. I hope you didn't notice until I just said. But I did take off my jacket because it was hot. It was hot in my room, and I was starting to get hot. So I took my jacket off. The ones with the skates don't stand that well. Actually, I'm lying because she stands fine. The res one stands fine. This one, though, is a little wobbly. But yeah, there's my 3 frozen Charlottes. I'm bedazzled to own all 3. Bless your heart if it's your dream. I hope you find all the variants that you want for a decent price. Sorry. Yeah, here's all their boxes. These boxes are actually the same now that there's no dolls inside. I don't even actually know which one was which. I think this one was the variant and this one is the res. But then of course we have the OG box. Yeah, that little skull. Oh, she's such a treat. What a treat. Oh, okay. Anyways, I think that's it. I think that's all there is to say. Sorry, I'm so dramatic. I'm glad I didn't sob on the video, but trust me, I did sob like anywhere else. I'm not confident enough to sob on film, but here are the 3 Charlottes in their entirety. Oh, girls, they're so gorgeous. Oh. So now I have 6 Living Dead dolls. I got 3. These 2 came yesterday, the reses, and this one came today. And I waited to open these 2 because I wanted to open them all 3 together. But I have my Desmodus, my Ezekiel res variant, and my Anniversary Damien, and I have these 3. Am I gonna continue getting Living Dead dolls? It looks like it. I don't know, but it's because they're a little niche, and so all the ones that I want are a little bit expensive. There's some cheap ones out there, right? But I don't want to just get like any Living Dead doll. There's like very specific ones that I want, like Orchid, Sabbatha, Maggot, Heyman, all of Series 23, Onyx, Cookie. Okay, so I was editing the video and I didn't finish filming the outro. I think I was filming it and then there was like background noise or something, and so I had to cut, and then I just didn't finish filming it. Anyways, I don't know if I'm showing them perfectly in film, in screen, because I can't like see, but hopefully you're seeing Charlotte's right now. But yeah, so that's pretty much the end of the video. I don't know what else I was saying about, but yeah, I'm very grateful to have gotten these when I did, because I feel like they fell like right into my hands, like at the right time. Like, I don't know, I was definitely going through it, and I still am, because you know, it's something that's hasn't happened yet, but I'm like dreading happening, so that's the dilemma, or that's a piece of the dilemma. I just, you know, it's bound to happen, and I'm dreading having to experience it. And so, you know, I had my little epiphany, and these little girls, they just, I don't know, it's just, I've always been something to attach myself to, like, you know, something of innocence and something pure and simple, and that has no wrong in it, you know? Like, when shit's hard, I just attach to like something with nothing, like, you know, look at these loopy hairs, like they can do no wrong, there's no negativity involved, like it's just healthy, and it's like, it's a way I cope to like be able to have something innocent. Obviously that's not the only reason I collect things for, it's just a specific like side effect, I guess, or like something that comes from collecting the things I collect. I just like having happy things. So yeah, I feel very grateful that these dolls fell in. They really fell into my lap. Like, God was really like looking down on me. He said, bitch, you could just have these, because I think I got them all for pretty decent prices. This one was like $207. 120 and 150, and that's like including tax and shipping. Like that, those are the final prices I paid. And like I was thinking like they would be a pain to get. I was gonna have to pay for like 300 for her, 200, 500 for this one, because I've seen this one go for like 400, 500, and this one's usually like 300, and this one's usually like 300. So I was like, that's almost like $1,000 I'm gonna have to drop for these dolls. But they came out to be like less than 500 for all three together. So I'm very grateful that things played out the way they did, and that my life is blessed. And I don't always expect to always get what I want or to be blessed in life. Obviously, I'm gonna hope for it, I'm gonna pray for it, and I'm gonna, you know, be happy when it happens. But I know how to live life when it's hard too. And life can't be good if there's no hardships. So remember that. If life is all good, it just is not good. Because if it's all good, you know, it's just the standard and you get used to it. Not saying that I wish suffering upon people or myself, but you know, it's like, you know, going to work every day and like not wanting to be at work, and like you come home, like home feels so much better. But like when you're like off work for a while, at least for me, like, or like off school, like home is like boring. Like in coronavirus when there was no school, like it was just so like I wanted to go back to school. Maybe I'm the only one that feels that way, I don't know. Also, I'm completely talking about something different right now. Like, see, that's, I just ramble so much. Like, I'm supposed to be outroing a video and I'm over here speaking about like, oh, life and this and that and blah blah blah. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about with Frozen Charlotte, and why she was of importance to me at this point in my life. And she's always, I'm gonna carry her with me for the long run now, because she's low-key like my homegirl on the side. Like, I don't know, she's different. She's the most special living dead doll to me currently, and probably forever, because I don't think anybody can top what she's giving me. But yeah, so let me know which living dead doll Charlotte doll is your favorite. I still am not able to pick between these two, because they're just, you know, one's very cute. I think it might be her, just because she has such a sweet, innocent face. But of course I love all three, even this one, which I didn't expect to like that much. I really like this one. But yeah, so God bless, and I hope all of you live a happy, peaceful life, and that things are good for you, because right now they're good for me, and I'm happy that I can say that. And I know they won't always be, but you know, while they are, I'm glad I can enjoy it. And when things get rocky for me in the future, I'll have Frozen Charlotte there to help me by. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching this video. Interact, please. I love comments, just responding to people with questions, or you know, of people who have similar interests. I just appreciate that so much. So yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep now because it's like nighttime. Sorry, I promise this is like, I remember like in older videos I would like, you know, record like the first part like months before like the ending. I promise this is the same day that of the clips you just have watched. So yeah, that's it. Before I speak any longer, I'm gonna go. So ta-ta, farewell, au revoir, and goodbye.